So here I just want to introduce the blog that you're going to be using throughout this course. On the blog, you're going to be posting things like your labs, your assignments, and also your research as you go through the course. You'll get a chance to see other students' work and their other blog posts. And so now I'm just going to give a brief overview of how to set up a blog post, and then also how to embed things in your blog, such as a YouTube video. Perhaps if you're doing some research on different techniques in Photoshop, you might have something like that, or how you embed images that you might have researched on sites like Instagram or Flickr. So let's jump in here. So you'll see a link on the homepage of the course website to the student blog. We can click in there. And normally when you come to this page, you'll see all the posts that people have made, but because this is a brand new blog, there's nothing here yet. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new blog post, which is where you'll start your blog post. And what you can see here is we've got an area for the title. So I'm going to type in the title here. And if we have a scroll down, you can see that we've got the message that we can type in. We've also got some options here for working with tags. Okay, and there's a list of predefined tags that you can use here. So for instance, you might be posting a research post, in which case you can tag it research. And there's also a tag for each of the labs that you'll be posting as well. So when you post your lab assignment, you'll use the tag lab1 and so on and so forth. And you can then also specify whether you want to allow comments or not. Only students enrolled in the course can comment on any projects. So we encourage you to give some feedback on other students' work, and also throughout the course we'll be encouraging you to feedback on other students' work, and also share things that you found in your research with students as you kind of go through. So the first thing we're going to do here is just type in a little bit of text for our blog post. Now, when you're writing your blog, you want to give at least a short introduction into what you're posting about. So if you're doing a research post, then introduce what you're researching. If you're doing one of the labs, then you'll need to write a short reflection on the lab that you've done, of how you found working on the lab, and then also you'll post some screenshots from those labs. But there'll be some more details about what you'll need to post for each of the labs. But one other thing that you're going to be doing is some research, and I want to show you how you can add some content, some research content into your blog. So the first site we'll go and have a look at here is Instagram. And I've done a search here on Instagram for abstract art. So one thing that's important to note here is that when you're placing content within your blog posts, you actually need to credit the person whose work you're posting in the blog. So here I'm going to show you how to embed content, which will automatically link back to the original post. So I'm going to scroll down here and pick out this abstract painting. And if I click on this, you can see that we've got the painting, we've got the person that posted it. And if we go down to the bottom right here, on the Instagram, on the web version of Instagram, we can click on these three little dots, and we've got an option to embed content. So I can click on embed, and this gives me this little bit of code which I can place in my blog post. I'm going to copy that embed code and jump back to my blog. Now here, to actually embed that content into the blog, I need to bring up some more options. So I'm going to click on this little toolbar toggle and come into the code version of my blog, and then between these two paragraph tags I'm going to paste in, so Control and V on the PC or Command and V on the Mac, and I paste in that little tiny bit of code. And if I update this now, you'll see that we have this Instagram image embedded within our blog post, as well as the text with it. So this kind of sits in line with the blog post that we've made. So now I can type in a little description of what we have. So by embedding, it automatically means that we're linking back to that original post. So I'm now just going to come down to the bottom of my blog post here and click in here. And now I'm going to put in a couple of extra paragraphs. It's always useful in these blog posts here when we're embedding content to have a few extra line breaks below the content that you've just embedded. So now I'm going to go ahead and embed an image from Flickr. So we'll jump to Flickr, and we've done another search for abstract art. So I'm going to scroll down here and find an image that I want to share. So I'm going to click on this painting and come down to this arrow at the bottom right on Flickr, click on that, and so you can see here I can get the embed code that I need to copy, that I can then go ahead and paste into the code of my blog post. So I'm going to click on the HTML source here and scroll down and just look for the text that you typed in, and we'll just paste in that next image. I'm going to update that, and you can see now I have a new image embedded. So by embedding these images, we're doing a couple of things. We're making sure that we're referencing back to the original image, and also crediting the person that's made it. So you can see when I hover over, it's giving me the name of that person that's made that post. So let's go ahead and look at how to embed a YouTube video. So I'll place my cursor here and then scroll up so I can see the code option here, and I'll scroll down in my code, and you can see it's important to type in a title there before you do it. And what I'm looking for here is I need to place it right between the opening paragraph tag, which is just the P, and then the closing paragraph tag, which is the \P. So now we're going to go to YouTube and grab this tutorial. So we're going to look down here again for this share arrow that we can see down here. Click on that, go to the embed code, and we'll grab that embed code. So Control and C or Command and C on the Mac, and then Control or Command and V to paste that in. Update that, and now we have a YouTube video embedded in there as well. So if we scroll down, you can see we have that embedded YouTube video. So if I now hit Add Post, you can see in here I've got the title of my post, and if I scroll down I can see the embedded images that I've added along with any text that they have, and also the Flickr image. And you can see when I hover over it, it's giving me more information about that image, and then the YouTube video, which will play here if we hit play. Okay, so one thing just to note here is that when we've placed these images, we're just using the paragraph tags at the moment to work with those. So I'm going to scroll down, and you can see here I've got an option to edit my post. So I'm going to click on edit. It'll bring me back into the post, and now I'm going to highlight these small titles, and I can use either the heading formats that I have here. So heading 3, for instance, would be a good heading to kind of highlight that below is an example of an Instagram post, and then do the same for the other ones. And that just means we're distinguishing between each of these. So if you were posting this for a research blog post, then you might also add something that you found out when you've been researching this. So for example, for this YouTube video, you might add in a short comment about why you found it useful. So this is an example really of a research blog post that you would be doing, where you'd be researching different artists, also different digital artists who've been working, and then actually adding that research. So we're going to have a look now at adding one last thing to our blog post, and that is adding an image in. So the first thing we're going to do is go into Photoshop here, and we're going to take a screenshot of our Photoshop file here. So now on a Windows computer, when you're taking a screenshot of your Photoshop file, what you'll do is you'll hit the print screen button on the keyboard, and then create a new Photoshop project. It'll create the same size as the screen that you've just taken the print screen from, and that will then allow you to save that as a JPEG or something. Here on the Mac, we're going to use a shortcut, which is Shift and Command held down, and then tap 3. And that's going to take a screenshot of our image. So I'm just going to jump to my screen captures folder now. And normally when you're working on a Mac by default, these will be saved to the desktop. You'll now get an image of that screen that we've just made. So now we can come back to the blog. We can press on the add or insert image, make sure the mouse is in the right spot at the end of your blog post here, and I'm adding an extra couple line breaks there just to make things easier. So now as long as I'm scrolled down and I can see that insert image button, I can hit on that, and I can go to find or upload image and choose a file, and I'll jump into my screen captures folder here, and these would normally be saved on the desktop on the Mac. I'll highlight the image I want to upload, press open, and upload this file. I don't need to change anything here. And so now that image is uploaded. I can hit insert, and if I scroll down, you can see I see that image uploaded to my web page. So I'm going to just add in one more bit of text here, and we'll highlight this and make it a heading 3. Okay, and we can come in here and add in an extra couple of line breaks if we want to improve the spacing of our blog post. So let's scroll down and press save changes. Now my blog post is uploaded, and if we click on the student blog, then basically my blog post will be there as the latest blog post. And then as more people post blogs, we can begin to kind of look at the different blog posts that people are making. If you have any questions about making the blog post in Moodle, then just post a question either to the peer support forum for technical problems if you have a question relating to Moodle, or you're welcome to ask me as we kind of go through. And good luck with your first blog post.